Hello everyone, this is Mehak from Geeks for Geeks. I am the host for today's session regarding the interview experience with a medical aspirant who landed up as an SDE in FAANG, Ms. Twinkle Bajaj. So we will begin with her basic introduction followed by a Q&A session. The session will be helpful for all of you who are looking to get placed in FAANG. So please stay connected until the end of the session so you don't miss out any crucial information. So let's welcome our guest, Ms. Twinkle Bajaj. Hi, Twinkle.
Hello, Mahek. How have you been?
I'm good. How about you, Twinkle?
I'm also fine, thank you.
It's great to have you here, Twinkle.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Could you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Definitely. So, hello, my name is Twinkle Bajaj. I'm working as a software development engineer at Amazon right now. And I graduated back in 2020 from JGEC. And after that, I joined Infosys, where I worked for around 1.5 years as a power programmer.
Okay, that's really great. So you were from the medical background, right? So being a
Yes.
medical aspirant, what changed you to why did you change your career path to development?
Okay, so to answer this question honestly, there was not an inspiration, I would say, to switch my career. There were a few constraints. So back
Hmm.
in my 11th standard or in higher secondary, when I opted for pure science, I was like very much motivated to become a doctor. And likewise, when I started preparing for the entrance examination and started talking to the people from the same domain, I got to know and I realized that this career opportunity would take quite a lot of time from my career. So when I say time, it means that some time to get settled in. I mean, at least to make some decent amount of money. So that would take that period. It would demand that period, which I couldn't afford at that point. So that is when I decided that I'll make this switch and take a U-turn now.
Okay, that's really great. So, how can anyone with the no IT background get into the software development? Is coding tough, or how can someone start coding from basics?
So I actually have been getting a lot of DMs around this question, like being from a complete biology background and like aspiring to be a medical student and then landing up as an SD. How is that even possible? So basically, the thing is like in my school, I didn't have an option for mathematics. Mathematics was like you have to take it. It was like that subject for us. And physics, chemistry, anyway, there is there in your curriculum. And we had an option of biology and computers, and I opted for biology. So naturally, I had all the necessary subjects that the entrance examination or any engineering students opt for, like physics, chemistry, and maths. I had all. I was eligible to sit for those examinations. So that is why I was able to make this career transition. That is the first and the major point for me. And coming to the second part of your question, so is coding tough? So in my personal opinion, I believe that coding is not something that anyone can make you understand forcefully or no one can spoon feed you. It's something that comes to you naturally. Once you start doing coding, it's either you start enjoying it or you don't. And once you start enjoying anything, that thing becomes really easy for you. And when you're enjoying it, you don't think that you're investing much time on it. So that is how it is. And to start from the basics, I started with Saurav Shukla videos, and I have a very good friend of mine, Striver. You must be knowing him. So I used to sit back with him, grind my DSA. So that is how my coding journey started.
That's really good to know. At last, what I got to know is like whatever you're doing is you should enjoy. You should enjoy whatever
Definitely.
you're doing, right? Okay, so
Definitely.
there are many free platforms where anyone can start learn code from. So where
Yeah.
did you start? You suggested that you started from somewhere. You take help from Striver as well. So where exactly you started from? Can you suggest some of the names where anyone can start from?
Yeah, so to start from, like I said, I started from some YouTube tutorials and videos, so that was there. And also, when me and Striver were in same college, I used to sit back with him with one of my friends. So all three of us used to sit back after our classes and used to solve a few questions, and that thing happened. And other than that, if you refer to any platform, I started with CodeChef and Code Forces. And eventually, when I started preparing for my interviews, I made a switch to lead code and I started solving questions from there. And definitely, Geeks for Geeks is there. It's like it has a plethora of knowledge. Like I mean,
Yeah.
everything you find on Geeks for Geeks. So Geeks for Geeks is definitely a very good resource.
Okay. Thanks. Really, thanks for appreciating Geeks for Geeks here. So, how was your like you were being as an intern in the Geeks for Geeks? Like, how was your experience? Did it help you somewhere to crack FAANG?
Definitely. Actually, the thing is, like, I have been with Geeks for Geeks and a part of Geeks for Geeks, you can say, for a very, very long time now. I started as an intern in my second year, and then I was also a content reviewer for Geeks for Geeks. So I have reviewed around 700 plus articles for Geeks for Geeks. So somewhere down the line, this thing has helped me a lot because I could analyze questions very easily. I could understand the code very fast. So Geeks for Geeks has been very, very instrumental in my journey, at least. I'm very thankful to Geeks for Geeks.
That's really nice. It was really a great experience. That means. So, what was your preparation strategies you followed? Like that helped you learn as an SD, that helped you land as an SD in FAANG. What was the preparation strategies?
Like I said, lead code, I solved questions on lead code. And whenever I was like stuck on any problem or any given question, I used to refer to the discuss forum of that and I used to analyze the code and everything. So that is one thing. And other than that, I referred to Striver's SD sheet. I found that sheet to be like quite compact and he has integrated all the questions in one place. So that is like very helpful. And other than that, again, GFG because it's like कहीं कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है तो GFG को तो definitely एक compiled article मिल जाएगा तो Geeks for Geeks is again there.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
like DSA, is it important in FAANG interviews? How important DSA is FAANG interviews?
So coming to this question of yours, like it's like whenever we associate FAANG with any sentence, I believe that that sentence in itself becomes very horrifying. It's not like that. DSA in itself is the paramount because if you are good with your concepts, it's very important. I would just say that DSA is the paramount again because to crack not even just FAANG, if you're aiming for any other company or any service-based companies also, DSA has to be there for SD1s, for SD2, SD2s, everything. DSA is the key. So you have to do it. There's no way of escaping it.
Okay, so we can't skip DSA. Like if we want to go to
No,
get FAANG, so no, there is no way. Okay,
no
so
way.
DSA is important. So is it like competitive programming also plays some important role in that?
Competitive programming is something that helps you become an efficient coder. When I say efficient coder, I mean that in a given time frame you have to solve the question. So in any of the interviews, the time is the key because in an interview you will be given around 45 minutes or 1 hour, whatever it be. You have to understand the question. You have to come up with a logic. You have to write clean code, and you have to convince the interviewer to like your approach should be clear to him. So doing everything in this given time frame is quite challenging, and I believe that competitive programming gives you that extra point to where you can write and analyze the code very easily. I mean, to that efficiency level increases. So that is something competitive programming helps you with. It's like cherry on the top.
Okay, that's really great.
Yeah.
So, which programming language should one pick up to get started with? Like, what was your first programming language?
Programming language, I wouldn't recommend anything because it's totally an individual's choice. I mean, whether you code in Java or whether you code in CPP or in Python doesn't matter. You can choose any of them and get started with one of them. It's like that.
Okay.
And for my personal opinion, I chose C++. But like I said, as the project demands or as because I'll say a small story of mine. It's like I started with CPP. I did CPP till my college days and everything. But then when I in my first job in Infosys, my project demanded Java. So I had to make a switch to Java. I have to learn Java. And then currently at Amazon here, I am learning Python because the project demands that I have to code in Python. So to be a good coder, be you have to develop the logic. It's not the next is just a matter of syntax. Is what I believe.
Okay. So you started learning, like whatever the projects demand, you started learning that language, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's like that.
Okay, that's really great. So thanks, Twinkle, for joining this webinar. Like I really hope this session will helpful for all those who are actually looking to get placed in FAANG, and very good luck for your future endeavors.
Thank you, Mahek. Thank you for having me. And the key takeaway which I would suggest people to take from this session is like to be a good software developer, you have to be open to learning because this profession demands that every day is a new challenge here. So
Hmm.
it's like every day you have to energize yourself to learn something new. That is the key to be a good software developer. And also in your interviews, in your preparation, you will face a lot of times you will come across that point that where you will feel very demotivated and
Mhm.
stuff like that will happen. It's very natural and common, but just give your best. I mean, if you are made for it, you will grab that opportunity.
Thanks for such a wonderful session, Twinkle. It's really great to have you here. So I really hope you achieve everything in your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mahek. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.